Sauerkraut at its core is simply salt and cabbage. Its simplicity makes it a great starting point if you're trying to get into fermentation. If you're just making sauerkraut, you can go ahead and weigh the cabbage whole, having just removed the core. Since I'll be using this cabbage for 2 different recipes, I portioned it first. For those of you that stick around to the end of this video, there's a bonus recipe that I use the final quarter of the cabbage for. Once you've noted down the weight of your cabbage, chop it up as finely as you wish. In order to create a safe and hospitable environment for the bacteria to ferment the cabbage, you need 2 to 3% salt. That's 2 to 3% the weight of the cabbage. Add the salt, and then mix it together with your hands, scrunching and squeezing the cabbage. Immediately you'll begin to feel the water being drawn out of the cabbage and the texture changing as the cell walls break down. Set the cabbage aside for 30 minutes. By this stage a lot of water will have been drawn out and it'll be ready for any additional flavours you want to add. The sauerkraut is now ready to be put into its fermentation vessel. This can be any clean, sterile vessel with a lid that's non-reactive. Place all the cabbage into the vessel, pushing it firmly down so the liquid covers the surface. I then add a piece of cling film to make sure the cabbage stays below the surface of the liquid. Set the jar aside, out of direct sunlight, to ferment. After about 3 days the sauerkraut should be ready to eat, but the longer you leave it, the sourer it will get. So taste it and transfer it to the fridge when you like the flavour. I thought I'd show you one more great recipe to use up any cabbage you might have left over. Curtido is essentially a Mexican slaw. It goes brilliantly in tacos or burritos, or simply as a salad in its own right. First you want to slice up half a white onion and 1 small carrot. To cut matchsticks or julienne from the carrot, first slice off one side of the carrot to give yourself a flat edge. That way you can rest the carrot safely on the chopping board without it rolling around. Then slice across the carrot into fine slices before stacking them and slicing them again into matchsticks. To make the pickling liquor, add your vinegar or lime juice to a saucepan along with the sugar and salt, and heat until the sugar and salt have dissolved in. Add all your ingredients to a clean jar and then pour over the liquid before mixing it together and sealing the jar shut. You can eat this straight away, or you can leave it at room temperature to ferment for a couple of days before placing in the fridge. And that's it for this week. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and see you next week.